Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. You are listening to Midnight Ramen, the podcast with me, Michael. I hope y'all are doing good. I just kind of slid through them. Like, wait, am I gonna say it as a podcast? Yes. Yeah. My autofocus really didn't want to cooperate there. But yeah, no. I hope y'all are doing good. It is obviously midnight, so obviously you know what that means. Is that how I usually started off? I don't know. I think it is. I think that's probably why I kind of semi-stopped myself. Is episode 30? I should be on this shit somewhat, but I'm not. Here I am anyways. Oops. Yeah. How professional of me. But anyways, I hope y'all are doing good. I hope you're doing fine. If you want to watch this live and be a live lyric, man, that's just weird. I know I'm retconning it from last episode, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It sounds funny though. If you want to watch this live, you can tune in on my Twitch, Melted Lyric Original, all one word, at twitch.tv/Melted Lyric Original. Capitalize the M and Melted, the L and Lyric, and the O and Original. That's for basically all my stuff on other platforms as well, such as YouTube, where you can watch the VODs of these pretty much the next day, or whatever, depending on whenever I upload it. It's a minimally edited podcast. Unless if I did something stupid or my computer crashed or something or whatever, or something like that, it's coming up the next day. Or if I decide to backlog it, which doesn't seem like a thing in the near future, but I think it might happen eventually at some point. I would either have to do that or pre-tape it, and then yeah. But those usually come up on Thursdays. So, new episodes on Thursdays. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to call it as. Episode Thursdays. Because Thursdays are good. Yeah. I think I would just kind of stick with that anyways, but if it changes, it changes. It doesn't. Otherwise, unless if something were to happen, they're usually on Thursdays. But yeah. But on YouTube, obviously gotta get on other stuff too. I gotta get my ass working on that, but I haven't gotten to it. I need to do it. Hopefully by the end of the year, I will. I think that's one of my New Year's resolutions with it. Yeah. Obviously grow bigger, go harder. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm more doing it for just logging and saying what's going on in life. But it is, I'm not going to get into my big news yet because I think I'll do that later because I'm saving that for later. But it is a big time of change. The winds of change have come around. And yeah, it's a big time for a lot of people. And a lot of things are changing in this month. There's a lot of rain too. God damn. It's only happening on the weekends, but when it does, oh my god, it's like the sky is pissing. There's so much rain. God dang. That's a lot. It's like in a bathtub. I could literally go outside and take a shower. That's how much rain that's been going on sometimes. But it is what it is. But I hope y'all are doing good. Yeah, again, big times have changed. Like, I uploaded my most recent video that I think I mentioned last week. Um, it's like 30 minutes long of just some like stream highlights from not this Monday, but like 2 Mondays ago, where I did a Magic the Gathering stream with my buddy Outsider or Cam, whatever, with Outsider FM. But we just call him Outsider. Either way, we like to call ourselves the Shadow Wizard Money Gang as the joke, because I think we started playing Magic when we started playing Magic the Gathering, like as like a going off against each other, something like that. We just wear cloaks and just call ourselves that. And that's kind of when the meme was like coming about or growing into its own. So yeah, uh, I I even have it in my drawer just for spare stuff. I don't really I don't want to skip ahead to like the magic stuff. I don't really have anything this week. I don't have any packs that I want to open, mainly because there's just a aftermath. There's not a lot of cards. There are probably cards that I want, not that I can think of off the bat. I think there's one that's like a white green enchantment thing that's pretty good. But other than that, I can't think of anything. But yeah, that's that's all I can really say about that, because those are it is what it is. Oh my god, it's supposed to rain today. Speaking of cool. I just looked at my phone. I'm like, oh, it's gonna rain, or the forecast says it's gonna rain. Who knows if it will or not? But mm, mm. But yeah, big changes have been happening. Just like, well, when I released my YouTube video, I released it on Sunday. And a lot of things happened that day. So if I'm gonna go to my. God, why do I do this? Why am I doing this right now? I'm not gonna like. Lord, I just see way too much stuff. Let me go to Sunday. I'm gonna go to my subscriptions and stuff like that, because like a lot of stuff has been happening. Like even when I uploaded my video, just a lot of stuff has happened. To what would be today, this week? I need to find it. Oh yeah, so 3 days ago, a big YouTube channel went offline. Anthpo. He basically made a thing saying like he made a promise that he was gonna leave. At least I feel like he was gonna kill his channel off, and he did it. He legit did it. On Sunday, it was his last video because he graduated college, and good for him. I've been watching quite a few of his videos since like he was in high school. Like he puts out some funny shit and puts out some very good videos. Especially some of his last ones too were like bangers. Because like there's one where he just rates every single like fraternity on his campus. That's funny. That's very funny, and how clean they are. That's funny as hell. And just a lot of other stuff like presentation nights. Like that's funny as shit. I love it. And the goodbye is bittersweet, and I think goodbyes are bittersweet. I feel exactly why he did leave, because like being I mean, he's a big YouTuber. He has like 1.5 million viewers, but like even so, like it's tough. And the frequency that he's able to really upload, especially with some of the qualities of his videos, like it's not daily, it's not weekly, it's maybe bi-weekly, maybe monthly. Like it's hard to tell, especially making projects where like you're assessing your campus's fraternities, like, and rating them. It's like, yeah, that takes time to do. Or like going to a place, that takes time, and you gotta edit through all that video. Ugh. Like even for me, like for my video like that I put out 30 minutes long, that I put like a bunch of memes and other shit onto it, that was only 3 hours of footage, and it took me way too long to edit that. And like for him, like I know he has like people helping him out and doing that sort of stuff, but it's like even putting that work into that is just a lot. And he has put out like, snippets here and there, especially in the final week of like his downtime, his the down moments. And I think I definitely connect with that because especially like because like I read like it's not too long ago since I graduated myself. Like it's only been like a couple years, like 2, 3, like yeah, 2, right? Yeah, 2. Yeah, 2023. Yeah, that's crazy. Wait. Yeah, that's right. It's like I have to stop myself. Yeah, it's only been like 2 years since I've graduated college. Like about this time, or a little before, because colleges, get off at the end of May. I like for me when I graduate, I didn't get a full on graduation ceremony because of COVID and all that stuff. I could have walked like in the future, like one of the fall ceremonies or spring then the following year. But then I would have to buy a cap, I would have to buy a gown, sit in a fucking auditorium again. No, no thanks. It's like I graduated, I got my diploma, I got my stuff. I'm good. I don't really need to do it. I mean I do miss out on like those kinds of things, but like I don't really need to do it. I've already experienced enough of it because I was in the band and I have a lot of good memories with that. And playing in the band, like even us, we're literally on stage. I can tell you almost everyone, probably except for maybe the flutes, maybe were doing something behind their stands. Like I remember freshman year, I think I was playing that like phone game balls where just like you try and break blocks with a ball, like increasing numbers of like balls, like doing that. Like I think I was doing that, and then one year I was playing Tetris with my Switch and having like the controllers behind my back, behind my seat because like my Joy-Cons, because like I'm just trying to see how fancy I can go and be hidden. Like it's crazy, like what we got away with. Murder, not really, but I've done enough of like sitting in those that I really didn't want to have to do it again in, out and there. No, I didn't want to do that. Um, yeah, I've done enough of it. If I was gonna do it, I wanted to be one of the part of the band. So yeah, but I think doing it over Zoom, it was kind of weird. Um, Graduating that way, and I think like the day of, I get a call that like my parents are coming up, which was so cool. It was very cool that they called me. I'm like, I need to get dressed because like I barely woke up and they're like in Alexandria, like an hour away. I'm like, okay, and yeah, they basically did a day trip and we're there for my graduation ceremony, and then we took pictures and stuff on the campus, and like I was still around the area, but I don't know. It's weird. It was weird that I was like done. I mean, I could have done like more on the campus, meaning like I could have done like more classes and stuff like on the side. Maybe I could have not really gone for another degree. Maybe not even like part time, like taking a class or two. Because I think if I were to do more like college level courses, I want to know more about like cameras and stuff like that, and video things and all that sort of stuff. Like, I mean, some of that does transfer over, or even lighting. Like, I took a lighting class, and outsider can agree to this. Like, we were in the same thing. Lighting is hard. Like, programming and like it's one thing to know how to do audio and plug it all in and all that stuff, but it's another thing to program lighting. Lighting is a different horse on its own. It sucks. Just get stuck working at theater production. Yeah. Like, and some of it you do learn as like doing shows and getting put on and getting forced to do it. But it's like it's good to know without fucking around and finding out the day of, which I feel like that's a lot of the times that what we end up doing, because like we have to do a lot of turnovers. Um, which it's a good thing that we're active. I like having to be busy, but I want to learn some of that stuff more in depth. And I've hung a lot of lights. I've done a lot of I don't want to say I've done rigging stuff. I understand it, but I haven't really done a lot of rigging. But like lighting stuff, I've done a lot of that. Um Not really programming it. I think that's the big part of it, is programming it, is because like if you the cues and all that stuff, I get it. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. But that's enough of that. I need to get back on topic. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty big time, and like again for college graduates, I'm like seeing a lot of my friends and peers that I've known to and grown up, or not really grown up with, more like grown with in my college experience, like are finally graduating, and it's weird that like now only the freshmen, and I don't really know if I can really tell you that there's a whole lot of them that I remember, no, because COVID, um, that are now seniors in college. It's weird. Wait, is that right? Yeah, yeah, that's right. Because then boop boop boop. I'm trying to do math. Yeah, that's right. It's so weird to think about. And if I'm saying like 4 year degrees, I mean, there's obviously people that are doing some in 3, some of them are doing them in 5, whatever. Um, and college can sometimes be at your own pace, and some degrees definitely take a lot more time and effort into doing than others, for sure, for sure. But yeah, honestly, I'm glad that when 2020 came about, and I took like kind of a slough semester. I mean, I did just the bare minimum to, I think, either to be a part-time student or to be full-time. Um, and that was when COVID hit. Basically, everything died. Everything died. I couldn't, like, I mean, I had my classes. I could do stuff, but like, really, the only thing that for me, out of all my classes, I mean, I had like music stuff, some sound stuff here and there, but like all of my stuff was basically still online, which was like 5 or 6 classes at the most. I think, because there was like one for my like my degree, and then I had band, choir, which like band kind of died off because how can you really practice band when you're just by yourself and recording. And a lot of students didn't have their instruments, so because they were rental from the university. So and then band, choir, uh, instrumental like practice. So that was like a big one, and I think I might have had another one or two, maybe, maybe, but just barely enough. And I'm kind of glad for it, because like, duh, because like how I can't believe that some like, it's one thing for like college students and stuff, like especially during that time, like having to go online, not a big deal. But for like elementary through like grade school, I don't know how the fuck they did it. Pardon my language, but like, oh my god, how could they do that? Ugh. I feel bad for all the, like, even for like high school kids. Like I feel bad, like they got robbed big time, like big time, on a lot of their education. And a lot of it now they had to like learn online or do like online schooling. And it's really hurt like public schooling, for sure, for sure. Because like it's about, you're getting the same thing and it's online, and they're home, you know where they are. They're not getting bullied, unless if like, they're going out of their way to do that. But yeah, no. So like I know I don't know if they're practicing right now, and I just thought of it right now. Um, I if I remember right, one of the band members of Gradients graduated just this past week or last week. So congratulations. I think it's just John. It might have been Ford too. I could be wrong. I think both of them probably did. But congratulations, boys. I don't remember if both or just one of them did. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I know at least one of them did. I know at least one of them did. And it's fun. Speaking of, I actually should probably respond to one of them. Because I think they might be watching. I don't know. They might be looking right now. Oh, they're practicing up. But no, they're good boys. Yeah, and they're finishing up their practice right now. So yeah, I just had to like mention that. They're I'll mention them at the end because like their Gradients is preparing another album. And honestly, right now it's sounding. I mean, I think they're in the beginning stages, but the stuff that they were sending me earlier tonight, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be good. I feel like at least this song for sure, it's gonna be good. Straight up, I can tell you that. But yeah, big time. I think. What time is it? It's only 20? Jesus. God damn. God damn. But yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, even on that Sunday when I release a video, it's 30 minutes long, but it's honestly, it's kind of funny. I put probably too much effort into it. I think it could have made some jokes better, but end of the day, I like the pacing, and it's funny. I tried to make it as funny as I could by like keeping, the vibe of the stream intact, because there was just a lot of like dumb moments or just like funny interactions and this and that I just thought like this will be a good bit. This will be a good bit. But yeah, I did cut off like a lot because I needed to. Could I made it shorter too? I feel like I might have been able to make it shorter, but yeah. But you can catch it on youtube.com. I mean, I've already said that. Go watch it. It's funny. I swear. Also, Super Mega posted their like basically. I mean, I think they were working on their like Creator Clash 2022 from like a year ago video for like they were doing it for months, but they released it on Sunday or last Sunday. It's a good documentary. And then their editor Justin posted like a reaction one. It's like, oh, I watched them get their asses kicked, and it was funny. And he made it basically like a vlog, but it's a kind of a mockumentary. It's funny as shit. I love it. What's some other stuff happening? Oh, Pandemonium is going to be posting another video. I do know that. One of my buddies that I know. Pandemonium plays every Sega Saturn game. He's going to be posting a new video probably on Saturday. I can't remember what the game is. It was like a bug. I think it was Bug. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to try to watch it when it premieres. If I'm up. If I'm up in the morning, because I know it's going to be in the morning. If I'm up, I'm going to be in there for sure. But yeah. Obviously been doing some gaming, doing some other stuff. And a lot of stuff's been a lot of stuff has been happening in the world. Just like literally yesterday or today or yesterday / Monday. Because Tuesday, I should say. Wait a minute. I'm off. Whatever. I don't know what my days are screwed over. So I think on Tuesday / Wednesday, Blizzard announced that they were going to screw Overwatch over by saying, hey guys, this PvE mode that we were planning on doing for like years and years and years and gave almost no inkling that we were going to be doing it. I mean, like inklings here and there that we were probably still continuing doing it. Yeah, we just shut it down. We're going to be doing bare minimum for an update for this game that we released like less than a year, like 6 months ago. Yeah, we're just doing bare minimum. You basically just bought a refresh of Overwatch. I'm sorry. That's basically what they did. That's literally what they did. All your skins that you had from Overwatch 1, whatever, you're gonna have to buy them again. Oops. I don't know if that's the case, actually. I don't know if that's the case. I don't play it. I know one of my friends of mine does do it. Actually, you should probably watch the stuff. I will suggest a channel. Go watch, oh shit. I can't remember, what his channel is. Because I am stupid. Knock on woods. Yeah, knock on wood. All one word. He should have like a cow on his thing. All one word. Knock on wood. He's one of my friends from high school. And he just recently just did like a Lego building stream. Like of I can't remember what it is. It's one of the clone trooper helmets. And oh my god, I don't get with like Lego pieces. They just give you just some of the randomest colors for the insides if you're building like say a statue or something. It's like, why not give them like say a white piece when you're building like like a clone trooper mask, for instance? Like, why are you giving them red and green pieces when nowhere else on this figure is there red or green, or like yellow? It's like nowhere on this is there going to be that color except for inside for some reason. It's like, it's just very interesting, in my opinion. Yeah. What else has been going on? There's just a lot going on. But yeah. Oh yeah, another thing that Blizzard Activision just decided to do. I'm not fully on the up and up and what's going on. They also just basically enacted a copyright or a cease and desist against like a mod or something client server. I don't remember, of some multiplayer COD thing, like modded multiplayer COD thing. Just literally on Wednesday, so yesterday. And yeah, that's very scary because a lot of them are up to prevent hackers from going into people's accounts and releasing malware and DDoSing people. Because you want that in your video game. You want people to not be able to play your video game and have a risk of destroying their computer every time they turn it on. Just a casual thing. Just a casual thing, whatever. They're basically doing your job, Activision. Like, come on. And just like, cause like a month or so ago, like they released a patch for Black Ops 3 that was trying to, like, I don't know how big it was. It was like 160 megabit update to fix some of like the error codes or whatever of people like trying to hack in, but it really didn't do anything. End of the day, it did nothing. And there's like, it sucks that it has to be this way. It really does. And for me, like, I play a lot of zombies. Like, I can't do it anymore. I'm kind of scared to play because, like, I could maybe go on Cold War and be like, I could be totally fine. I could be absolutely fine. Like, go offline, be totally fine. But I kind of want to be able to track my stuff, And it's hard if I want to play, like, I don't know how it would work with Cold War, because I think that's always like, you got to be online. I mean, I've already unlocked pretty much all the stuff I needed and wanted. I mean, maybe some of the gun attachments and stuff like that. But like, I'm just kind of, it's just like really frustrating because there's a lot of hackers going around and doing stuff like that. I mean, it's not really active, but like it's annoying. Like you want people doing this to your game that's not that old out just so they can get onto your new game that's buggier and broken? Like fix it. Like, people aren't going to be on Modern Warfare 2 to see a game-breaking thing. Like, I don't know what the... I watched, like, a video where... I don't know if the guy was flying a drone into a truck that blew up and killed and destroyed the squad that was in there, or him ramming in... that drone ramming into it killed him and all of his teammates. I don't know what it was. I think it was the former of the two. The one where the drone hit the truck and the guy that was flying the drone, him and his squad got eliminated. I think that's what happened. Yeah, you want that. Yeah, you really want that in your video game. Like, seriously? Real bad times for Blizzard Activision. Real bad times. But what else is new? What else is new with them? Bare minimum. But kind of can't. I think they're just kind of waiting it out until they get like the buyout from Microsoft really kind of kicks in, which I think is either this year or next, like later this year or next year. I don't remember. It's one of the two. I just can't remember. Hopefully good comes out of this, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah. I think let's transition over to some like Magic stuff because I don't really have anything new. I don't have any packs to open. But yesterday when me and Outsider were doing some like spell table, which is basically a good way to play Magic the Gathering, like Paper Magic the Gathering online, over the internet and stuff like that. And we can get people on there and do stuff like that. That seems like a good idea for like a stream or something like that to do. And you can include people. You can track live totals and all that stuff without having to use like other resources. And for small setups, it's really good. But there's a card that I want to find in one of the decks I was playing. It was one of my Goblin Tribal ones, but I gotta find where the exact card is because I have the thing about it, and it's called Goblin King. It's an older card, and there's two different variations of the printing, and I say different in that the text on it is different. The ruling of it is kind of the same, but I'd say the ruling can be different depending on who you are and who you ask, but it can be different. So Goblin King, the version that I have in my hand, it's from 7th edition. It is Goblin King. It is 1 and 2 red. It's a creature, but it's a lord. This will be a part of contention. It's a lord. The creature type is lord. And the ability of it reads, all goblins get +1/+1 and have Mountain Walk. Which basically Mountain Walk means they're unblockable as long as defending player, the person that you're attacking, controls a mountain land. So basically, they're unblockable. All your goblins are unblockable if the person that you are attacking controls red or has like a red mana in their mana pool or in the mana base. Essentially, more or less. And there's a difference of it because the creature type says Lord. Now, normally, what I think the later printing of this says, like Goblin Lord. Let me look it up. Let me look it up and actually show you on screen the later printing of it because it's very different. I think Card Kingdom is probably the best site to do that on. I don't want... No. Let me just look it up before I like actually get it on. Oh, King. I can't spell. What else is new? What else is new? Oh my god. There's a bunch of old ones. Okay. Let me pull that up on the screen. Let's go to the browser. So, the version that I have, let me scroll down for a little bit just so I can find it. It is this one, the 7th edition. So the ruling, this is the exact one that I have. All goblins get +1/+1 and have Mountain Walk. This is what the card looks like. And that's the ruling of it. Now, the later edition rulings of it say, I think, oh, let's look at the 9th or 10th. I think the 10th one is, or even, this is the most recent printing within a secret layer. So now Goblin King is just a goblin, and say other goblins get +1/+1. So that's the main difference. So goblins versus other goblins. So I use the later ruling because I would identify it as a goblin because it is a goblin. Goblin King. It's literally in the gosh darn name. Like, you're kidding. And like other effects, because Goblin Tribal has a lot of things like other goblins you control get blankety blank. I would allow for this, even though it doesn't say that it is a goblin. Like, even though it doesn't say it's a goblin, I include it in that thing, and I make sure that, like, if I ever face an opponent that would say, like, oh no, it doesn't, it's like, I'm going off of that ruling. It's literally says it's a the name says it's a goblin, for Christ's sakes. Like, read it and weep. I'm sorry. It counts. And then later in that game that I did with Outsider with that deck, I made 2 of them. So that was really funny. That was very funny. And it was very, very good. I like, that was crazy. So, oh, an Outsider just commented on the video. That's funny. funny. But you know what? Let me do a quick check. Right now, yeah. I am wrapping up on that. I'm sending some messages to some boys. Wrapping up on that. He's yeah. So, I think I'm transitioning over to some news, some big life stuff. And that's funny. Hi, son. I would say his full name, but I'm not gonna do it. Hi, son. Hello, my son. I keep remembering that he's one of my adopted, for some reason. Adopted in quotes. But yeah, big life news right now. So, I'm gonna preface this. I'm gonna keep details a little bit vague for people that already know me. You can piece together what I'm gonna be talking about or who I'm talking about. Don't pester anyone. Don't go out after anyone and witch hunt. That's never the thing that you should be doing. That's never anything like I mean, it's your own thing. Just don't do it. And especially for companies, like big companies or, something like that, say like Amazon, something like that. Like my big motto, especially nowadays in this economy, is love the business, the product, what they do, the product's the service, like McDonald's, love their stuff. But I don't love, the big corporate thing like, Bezos and all that crap. I think a lot of people don't. Which is ironic because Twitch is owned by Amazon. Anyways, howdy, Queen City Madman. I know exactly which band member it is of Gradients. I know they're in here. I know. But anyways, after this weekend, I am no longer a pizza delivery driver. That's a big thing for me, honestly. I'm calling it. Unless if something later in my life calls me to have to do something similar to that again, I am done. I'm done. I'm done. And it's weird that I'm like I've been off and on for years and years solely because of like college and other stuff like that with the pandemic and that. But this is it. I'm kind of happy that I'm happy that I'm done, but I'm also sad that I'm going on basically my last rides. I yeah, I know my boys are in the chat. I know they're in here, but it's weird. Because I've been doing like pizza delivery driving since I was 18, and technically I was doing some literally like a month before I was actually 18, or a little bit before, if I'm being real technical. But it's only because we needed it, and I'm probably the best driver the company's ever had. I'm not saying my record is completely clean. I'm saying I'm the best in how I get it done. And that's a part of my language. That's a damn fact. That is a damn fact. You have not seen a delivery driver take 5-6 deliveries in one go, come back, do it again, be done in an hour. Or like an hour and a half. 90 minutes doing 12 deliveries. Let me crunch that math actually, because I've done something similar to that. I'm not kidding. Something to that effect before, all on my own. And I have gotten help here and there, and I do appreciate other people helping me out. But like, when you can plot and like plan out where your delivery is going and what needs to be where, what time, what goes with what, like doing all of that in the span of like 90 minutes, that's a freaking big task. I'm saying this as I'm trying to do the math. So 12 divided by, was it 90 minutes? Oh, 90 divided by 12. I'm stupid. So that's like a delivery every 7.5 minutes. But like typically, yeah, like a delivery every 7.5 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy in 90 minutes. And that's like, I'm being gracious because 90 minutes, you know, that makes sense. But it's up there. It's very up there. And a lot of the times that I have to do that tend to be like in town stuff, but I've serviced towns like 10, 15 minutes away. Oh, I hear bacon. I gotta get them up. Hold on. I'm getting them in here this time. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Hi there. Here he is. Yeah. Gradients is here. I know they're in here. The boys are doing good. They're recording their next album. Or at least the next song. I know that for sure. It's sounding very good. Anyways, back to the story because I had to get bacon. Woohoo, can't wait for that edit. To have to like anyways, like I've serviced towns like 10, 15 minutes away, came back, another one's going 10, 15 minutes one way. Like I've done a lot of crazy shit doing delivery stuff. Like a lot of crazy shit. Gone to apartments where like they don't give me their numbers, or had to do deliveries where they haven't given me their address. Or like their address is on the complete opposite side of town or something like that. I've done a lot of crazy stuff and seen a lot of crazy things. I've had a lot of good customers and I've had a lot of bad customers. And I gotta make sure that bacon is fed. Because he wanted up. He wanted up, but then he's like, I don't want up. Stupid. But yeah. Hope y'all are doing good though. Yeah, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff doing delivery driving, and I'm gonna get into stuff like about it, but basically, I'm gonna try to keep names out of this because I'm not gonna do that. And again, don't harass or berate anyone that's with the company. Love the business, hate the company. It's like hate corporate, love the business and what they do. Always like that's the motto. Love the business, hate the company. Like Wizard of the Coast. Good example of that. Wizard of the Coast / Hasbro. Love Magic the Gathering, love D&D. Hate that what some of the higher ups are doing. I really hate what they're doing. But basically the reason as to why I'm done, because where I worked at, my mom is basically my boss. She's the manager, and she's been working there for almost 9-10 years, basically a decade, and she's kind of had it. She's been lied to by her higher ups. She's been pretty much overworked and underpaid. Not to the point where it's like it's illegal, but like enough that it's like, okay, no matter what you guys offer or do, I'm not taking it. I'm done. There's no way I'm continuing. And it really just came to a point where they said one thing here or there in the past less than a year that really broke. I gotta hydrate. That really broke the straw on the camel's back. And my mom and basically her other basically co-manager left or just leaving. And that more like that gives me no reason to stay. And I was planning on leaving anyways until like I was only going to do delivery driving for them when I came back home until like they got more drivers, which I've honestly in the time that I've been back, I've trained only like 2-3 people to drive. And out of those people, one left, another one does do driving when I'm not there, which cool. And another person, I have not seen them do a delivery ever since the first day that I've trained them to do it. And even with the other person, only one, like out of the 3 people, only one of them was doing delivery drivings past the day that I've trained them, or days. Because yeah, that's all like kind of low on stuff that we were, and other things. And plus, like, yeah. So I'm just like, But when my mom decided to put in her 2, I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm getting out of here. And my mom is like literally ending next week, so this has already been going on, and yeah, it's where it is right now. I'm not gonna get into details or reasons. It's kind of a mess. Kind of in part by us, obviously, because like a lot of people, because my mom and a lot of the managerial people that were working there are gone now or leaving, there's kind of no one to lead. There's no one to man the ship. So basically, it's in the corporate's hands to figure it the fuck out. Pardon my language. And no offense to them, but they kind of had it coming. To put it softly. I mean, like, I have no quarrel against them, but like what they said and have put my mom through, it's kind of a not that hard to say goodbye. So anyway, I gotta hydrate. I gotta hydrate again. All right, you bet. Thank God this isn't beer. But yeah, because I would be freaking slammed. But yeah, I think in my main place that I'm working now, I'm going full time because I'm part time right now, but I want to get more hours and stuff like that. It's mainly for benefits, for health insurance stuff, because my dad, who sells health insurance, it's like, yeah, you might want to get those benefits and stuff like that. Even though it's like basically stepping up from what I am now, and working more hours. And obviously, even my supervisor and boss are like, yeah, that's totally cool. Like, not much of a pay, like, not even a pay increase, but it's like more hours and more benefits, which I'm not mad with if I have to do that, in my opinion. So, yeah. Uh, and it's fun. I like what I do. I like what I do at my job. Um, my not pizza delivery job. And, like, that's what I went to school for. I didn't go to college to deliver pizzas. I know how to navigate and do stuff like that, but like I didn't go to school to learn how to do that. And there's only so much you can do. Like, and I think I've been like obviously I've been playing this for months as I've been saying, but it's I'm glad that it's finally came. I'm finally done. And yeah. So it's like my last few drives in the next couple of days, and that's it. My last available day is Sunday, maybe Tuesday, maybe I would say Wednesday, but I'm busy on Wednesday. Um, but other than that, it's it. That's my tenure of working there, and it's weird too because like I've literally had like multiple times I'm like I'm done because like college or I'm going off somewhere, whatever. Or I'm going back to school. Um, but no, this is done. This is gone. I'm not coming back. It's strange. It's very strange. And like the tip money's good. Don't get me wrong. I like doing it. I like doing delivery driving. Don't get me wrong. I'm just glad I'm done. I don't have to do it anymore. I'm kind of glad. It's yeah. And it sucks because a lot of like like people that I usually see all the time, I'm not gonna see them anymore, like ever. Like a lot of like I've seen a lot of like older folks too. It's like this is the last time I'm gonna see them, probably alive. You know, not to be mean in that way, not at all. It's like I'm probably not gonna see them around. Or like they're living like old folks homes because I've done deliveries to them to those before. It's like this is the last time I'm gonna see you ever. But no, I want to keep up with some of the crew that I work with now because they're pretty cool. And I think that's if I were to say one of my biggest regrets, not really of like doing like pizza delivery, whatever, but I think just in general, I think one of my main two mistakes or regrets that I have is keeping up with people. Like I want to keep up more with like so, I mean, I want to keep up more with some of the people I grew up with in high school. Like, I haven't kept up with like, even some of my best friends from high school. I don't really keep up with them as much as I used to. I mean, that's kind of how life goes. Like, even with college, like, I know one of my best pals is, like, early freshman year. Like, he's in England, and I haven't talked to him in a long time. Like, over 6 months. Not in, like, a mean way. But I just haven't, hasn't really been on my radar. Even my roommate, I mean, I message him every once in a while. Like, his birthday wasn't too long ago, but yeah, it's weird. I mean, that's my biggest regret, is right, trying to keep up with people. And, there's only so much you can do in a day and check up on people, and it's tough. It's really tough. And I think today I did a lot of that. Um, it's always good to check in on people. I mean, especially in these times, for mental health reasons, it's definitely good to do. It's very good. But no, like, like even today, like I've been keeping up with and I'm not going to transition over to Gradients yet, again, even though I've been talking about them a lot. Like, I've been hearing a lot of stuff from them, and again, not to say that this is the most I've talked about them today, to like in the show, but this is literally the most I've talked about them in the podcast, in an episode. They're working on their album, and I've been just hearing some of the stuff that's going on. I don't know if it's just one song, and I heard like the guitar, like one of the guitars, and I can hear in the back the drums, and then one of them sent me the bass line. It's just like, this is gonna be very good, and I don't want to be like critic wise and say like I don't know if it's gonna be as good as Used to It, but or Black Forest ham sandwich, but I know for certain that it's gonna be freaking amazing. And again, I'll say, that album, The Call, is one of those albums when I put it on in the car on a car ride, on like a road trip, top to bottom, no skips, no skipping, just because, no cap. Like I wish I was joking, but I'm not. Like, no joke, I don't skip a single song. And I hope there's another like funny track like Black Forest Ham Sandwich, because it's funny as shit, dude. And for those that don't know, and I think I've already said it, it's basically, it's a literal song about a sandwich. I see what you did there. I see what you're doing there. I love the story behind that one. Oh. And it's their sleeper song. If you call it out at their concert, that they're gonna do it. Or gonna do it, you know. But it rocks so hard. And it also fucks their throats, because they gotta basically scream. It's funny. It's basically a haha fuck you song. Part of my language, but it is. Um but no. Um Back on topic, and I'm getting kind of close to the end of what I was talking about anyways, but um like I've had a lot of good memories doing off and on, and like I've worked for this company basically nearly the same amount of time that my mom has. Again, off and on. I mean, not as like much as like some other people have. I mean, I think maybe only two or three or four people maybe have worked more at the store other than me, and two of them are managers. Like, actually, maybe five, maybe. Um, just in sheer amount of time, just being there, and time wise, I think only five in total, and two of them are managers, are literally my mom and another man and the other manager. But yeah, it's crazy to think that. It's very crazy. Oh, but it sucks. I have no quarrel against the higher ups, but then again, I also do. Love the business, hate the company. Love the business, hate the company. That's the motto, boys. And I'll drink to that for sure. But yeah. And here's to shoot. I need to actually do a count of how much time I've done it. Almost 6 years. Here's to almost 6 years. Wait. Like 6, 7. Yeah, basically off and on for almost 6 to 7 years of delivery driving. That's crazy. And yeah. Anyways. I am gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss those long drives though, because it gets me up on podcasts. Like I've listened to a lot of them. I listened to a lot of podcasts. I got into a lot of new shit because of doing it. I'm gonna miss it. I'm glad it's done though. I'm very glad it's done though. Yeah. Had to get myself crying there. Had to. Anyways, and I will drink to that. I will drink to that. I will drink to. Anyways, I'm excited again. Thank you guys for listening, watching, whatever you do to this episode. If you want to watch the VOD of this, if you want to watch this live, actually, if you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/melted original. All one word. Capitalize the M and melted, the L and lyric, and the O in original. The first letter, you idiot. If you think it's the one. Is that even a thing? Yeah, no, like if you somehow mess that up, I don't know what you're doing. All one word, capitalize the M and melted, the L in lyric, and the O in original. You're on something. You're on something. And I upload the videos on YouTube, so this will be on YouTube. Not too long. It'll be less than a couple hours, maybe. Depends on how long it takes to edit and get onto YouTube. Literally. But yeah. What else? Oh yeah, that's right. Excuse me. Thanks to Gradients, and I've said this already, but thanks to Gradients for the use of their song "Used to It," but it's off of the album "The Call." You can listen to that on Spotify. I think you might also have it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and a lot of other stuff. Probably other stuff. Probably on Bandcamp. I don't know. You can find their accounts. They also they have stuff. And it's in the link on the YouTube. You can find their, I think. But you can find their stuff for certain. You can find their stuff on Apple Music and YouTube and Spotify for sure. For sure. I'm being certain because I know they're here. And they'll kill me if I don't. And I am getting confirmed, so yes, that is true. But for certain, Spotify, Apple Music, that's the best ways to find them. Most main streaming platforms. Cool. Main streaming platforms that you can listen to music on. Is it on Tidal, though? Since you're here, Amazon Music? Oh, it is on Amazon Music. Apple Music, Spotify. It is on Tidal. Yeah! He did it! The man that did it! So Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Tidal, but not Pandora. Which honestly, that kind of does make sense. Not gonna lie, that does make sense. But yeah. And again, thanks you guys once again for listening, watching, doing what you do and all that other stuff. And yeah. But it is not midnight anymore here. Hate to break it. But until it becomes midnight here once again, I'll see you around. But until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Used to it.